Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. Today we are going to discuss types and functions of reference service. So let us begin. Reference services and functions may be discussed under two broad categories, that is, responsive services and anticipatory services. As far as responsive services are concerned, these are the services that are provided in response to request for assistance in finding answers to specific questions, while as anticipatory services are those that are offered in anticipation of demand. Now let us discuss these two functions. As far as responsive services are concerned, there are various ways in which requests for documents or information may reach the reference division of a library. The principal ways are through the following. Number one, a user may personally visit the library to seek some information. In such instances, it is possible for the reference staff member to have dialogue with the user so that he can understand the exact requirement and commence the search for the desired information with the help of library catalog or appropriate bibliographical tools or reference books depending upon the type of information requirement. Number two, visit to the library by a person who represents the actual user. Usually, the representative of the actual user would be his personal secretary or research assistant, or occasionally a colleague or a friend. The person who visits the library on behalf of the actual user may state the needs as instructed by the user and sometimes may usefully assist in the process of determining the nature of the request or question. Number three, telephonic call, or nowadays what we call real-time audio video chat, is possible under this category. A user may be too busy to visit the library to seek help. In this case, he may use these alternatives, or the library may be too far away from the place of work to make a personal visit. Hence, he or his representative may make a call or do a audio video chatting with library personnel for desired information. Although it may be difficult to get into a lengthy dialogue to get a clear idea of the need, it is possible to get clarification of the request in the subsequent calls, if not in the first. Number four, that is written communication through snail mail, email, text message, or web forms. A user may send a letter or a telegram or a fax or short messaging service, SMS, or email, or approach a library through web form, new form of service through which users can approach library under written communication depending on the urgency of his need for information. The request may also be sent through a messenger in the form of a note. These cases do not allow any kind of immediate dialogue between the user and the library staff. It might be possible to make telephone call to seek clarification, but in case where there is no telephone number available or telephone call may seem to be inadequate for details of information sought, the only means of seeking further clarification would be through further correspondence. Now moving to next area, that is reference queries and questions. The reference queries may be categorized into following types. Number one, directional guidance. Directional guidance is generally sought by person who visit the library occasionally but may be generally familiar with the library practices. Such person or such persons may seek help or assistance, for example, in locating the current issue of a periodical, or where books on computer programming are displayed, or in general to know what services are available in the library. Another form of directional guidance, particularly for new entrant to higher secondary schools, colleges, and universities, is an organized and regular program in the use of library or an introduction to the library and its services. Such initiation program for fresh persons is suitably designed in relation to the level at which it is required in school, college, university, or public libraries. Usually, the content of such programs include objectives of the library, its organizational structure, and senior officers of the library, the collection, its form, variety and language, and its organization and display in the stock room and at the other places, the library catalog and how to use it, reference collections, their location, reading rooms, lending services and borrowing privileges, reference and information services, reprographic services, library rules and procedures, a map of library including location of washrooms, restrooms, etc. Now coming to the next service, which is Ready Reference or Short Range Reference Service. S.R. Ranganathan defined Ready Reference Service as service finished or replied in a very short time, in a minute if possible. These include such reference services which direct the readers to reference sources immediately and information is gathered within short time. Generally, the ready reference services are of nature of fact finding that could be finished or answered in a very short time, in a short moment if possible. The reference librarian uses sources like reference books, online search, or online offline catalog search for providing such kind of services. In the present context, the need of ready reference services arise from the fact of the complex and vast nature of a data, information and knowledge, its artificiality and arrangement of information. The distinguished person, fellows, foreign delegates, dignitaries, scholarly users generally approach for such type of services. Sometimes some customary and regular patrons users also need the fact-finding reference service because of shortage of time to locate and search their queries. Ready reference sources includes the following queries. Number 1, which are demanded directly. Number 2, which are demanded by sharp medias. Number 3, which are simple. Number 4, which are answered on the table of reference librarian. Number 5, which involves short answers. Number 6, which are responded within short time or within 5 minutes or less. The reference sources which can be used for ready reference queries are sources which are fact-finding sources. These include dictionaries, directories, handbooks, census reports, yearbooks, annuals, biographies, gazetteers, atlases, encyclopedias, publications and websites of specific organizations, authentic online web-based sources, online publisher sources including online databases. Now coming to the third service, that is research level or long range reference service. S.R. Ranganathan stressed that long range reference service is more used by public and spatial libraries. This service indicates long time in providing reference service. It is given to the spatial readers demanding spatial information. Normally, it takes more than 5 minutes to provide the service with the help of reference sources. It is based on referencing every possible source of information to arrive at the required solution. As such, it is not possible to deliver this type of service immediately. The search in the long-range reference service starts at the reference books or ready reference sources, literature and online reference sources in present context, and then goes to books, reports, articles in periodicals in physical and online formats. If the information is not available in library sources, whether physical or online, then search can even go to other local libraries and even to other libraries within that nation state. The long range reference service provided today can become the ready reference service tomorrow, as by this time the reference librarian will be able to locate material speedily from his past experience in developed skills. The scope of long range reference service has now even expanded to bibliographical service, referral service, translation service, which are considered as long range reference service. Now coming to the fourth type, that is general help. General help involves providing what Foskett calls sympathetic personal assistance to the visitors. He also calls it humanism in practice. Visitors to the library are people of diverse character, some shy, some other arrogant. However, the reference staff should be sympathetic to their problems and must go a long way to help them find answers that may meet their needs. Now we will have a look at anticipatory services, and the first among them comes as bibliographic compilation. This is a conventional service offered in many libraries for a long time. The compilation of systematic or enumerative theme-based bibliographies comprising of books, electronic resources, audio-visual formats, and other publications arranged in a logical order giving author, title, date, and place of publication, publisher, details of edition, pagination, and other related information. These bibliographies assist specialist users in getting bird's eye view of a particular subject, theme, or area. Next comes Current Awareness Service. Current Awareness Service, or CAS, is a mechanism to disseminate information that will keep its users well informed, up to date in their fields of basic interest, as well as in related subjects. It is a system of getting knowledge on recent development and especially those developments which relate to interests of the individual. Next comes Selective Dissemination of Information, also called SDI, is a type of current awareness service meant to keep the users abreast with the latest developments in the field of his/her interest. It is a personalized service meant for the individual or a group of users having identical information needs. It's a quick service which provides the pinpointed and exhaustive information to the users. SDI involves the screening of documents and selecting the information according to specific information needs of each user or group of users in case interests are homogeneous. The main objective is to keep the user well informed and up to date in his area of interest. So we will now move to the next service, that is newspaper clipping service. This service is a kind of current awareness service covering current socio-political and techno-economic events and activities. This service would be required by research and development managers, researchers at all levels, and general category of users wishing to be kept informed about current affairs. Depending upon needs of a particular group of clients, subject covered may vary, but essence of this service is to bring to the notes of users reports about current events, activities, and personalities. Next comes indexing service. This service offers detailed, systematic, well-organized list of current and retrospective literature on chosen fields with complete citations of articles and papers appearing in current journals and also reports, conference papers, and proceedings. Next comes Abstracting service. It is an advanced form of indexing service in which, besides bibliographical information, a short summary of articles included in this service are also given. This short summary is called abstract. So it's a more informative, advanced in nature than indexing service. It helps users to decide whether he should consult the full text of the article or he can actually avoid that article based on the summary or the gist given in that abstracting service. Next comes user education programs. This service is a sort of orientation program for users at different levels, helping them to use library and its collection effectively. Such programs are offered to students at schools, colleges, and university levels, particularly to junior entrants in research organizations and new entrants in any institution in order to expose them to library collections and library services. Then comes the last, that is project information files. Project information files are information support provided to projects undertaken by research institutions, university departments, government bodies, and others in which different groups of specialists may be involved. Retrospective and current information in the form of literature, references, statistical facts and figures, and other types of information are continuously compiled and maintained in a cumulative form in CORD files or computer-based files. This is constantly updated. If necessary, the specific areas may be taken up for the preparation and production of specialized information bulletins at periodical intervals. With this, we have come to an end of this presentation. Thank you very much.